Hello and welcome! This is Melskunner, and we're back with some more Battle Brothers. And unfortunately, we lost one of our brothers in a combat there, and I'm really upset about that because we were getting that battle won, and I was really actually surprised to see that man get dropped as easily as he was, because I don't think he'd really taken that many hits, and he went down in one chop, and there we lost a man. As a matter of fact, we lost one of our better sets of armor, too, so at least I believe we did. You know, I could be mistaken on that, but either way we look at it, I think he at minimum had Gambison, so that is armor we did not get back, so that is unfortunate. And it's more than likely a man we're going to have to replace here as we go up to Sandorf. As far as injuries, though, I don't think we have anything other than a few light wounds here and there. Let's go get our money. I mean, it's good pay, but unfortunately at a high cost because we also lost one of our war dogs. And if I were to estimate the costs there, we lost probably at least 500 gold there with the armor cost and, well, the cost of the man is even more than that because I think Gerald was one of my more experienced men. So really the cost of that is higher. I would say more than likely if we really factored out the costs, we made absolutely no money there. Okay, so he greets us and we get our money. This is, I think, a similar description to stuff we've seen in the past. They are no longer being affected by the caravan attacks, so probably expect to see some things in the market now. As a matter of fact, looks like fish is being sold under value, as well as the medicine. So I'm going to pick up medicine. We probably could use that. And I'll pick up some fish, too. Why not? We have a number of things to sell, as a matter of fact, too. So let's go through. So we're going to have all of the ancient weapons, the spears, and the other various weapons that are pretty much useless to me. I mean, the weapons that the skeletons use are... they're on par with kind of low-level weapons, but they're worse because they cost more fatigue. Now, that's not a thing that is a concern to a skeleton because they don't have fatigue, but the real men, that is. So let's get rid of all this junk. I'm going to keep one of these ancient household helms around just as a reserve, but all the rest I'll sell. And again, I really wish there was a button that would resort your inventory so you didn't have all these holes in them. All right, so we sold a bunch of junk that we don't want. And we're looking at about 1,500 gold, so that's not too bad. But we are going to have to hire another man here, so let's take a look at what we've got. So we've got a vagabond, we've got a beggar, and we've got a fisherman. I'm going to go with the vagabond as... I mean, I don't know, he might be a piece of crap, but let's just roll the dice here. And see what we get. So... the man is hesitant, minus 10 initiative, but outside of that, I don't see any special attributes. We've got a couple more things in our inventory that I'm going to want to sell. But otherwise, he's going to take up the arms of the man that died before him. So, a shield, an axe, and I'm going to have to get him armor here. I didn't pay attention to see if there's anything in the market. I'll take a look at that before I go too much further. We'll slap a helmet on his head. And let's take a look at the marketplace, see if there's any armor in there. None of use. Let me, first off, sell the straw hat. We don't need that. And we also don't need the sackcloth, which isn't worth anything either. Okay, so I don't think there's anything we really want to buy here as far as that stuff goes. Now, I want to go over to Luton Dock, I believe it's called. We can take a look at the map. Luton Dock. So we might see some armor there, but for the meantime, I think we do some shifting. So we're going to want the Gambison more than likely. Over on this man. Does drop him down to 70. That's a little bit concerning. And then for this man... I'm going to give him a leather tunic, even though I would prefer to have him have better armor than that. Just for the meantime. Because I want to see... we might find stuff along the route here, so... we'll be patient. Another thing I want to do is I want to switch these guys back over to swords, unless we have a reason for them to have the hatchets. Okay, that change being made. Okay, it looks like we're more or less good to go. Let's go over to Luton Dock. And if we have still existing injuries, we don't. We'll at least see if there's any jobs here. I don't know if there are or not. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and speed this up. I guess I could have taken a boat. I didn't think about that, but that's money we don't have to spend, I guess. Although, technically, it's made to save you time, which saves you money. In a way, time is money. Alright, so, again, hopefully there are jobs here. Oh, there is indeed. So we've got a 2-skull contract and a 3-skull contract. And we do have missing people here. Alright, well, the 3-skull contract might be worth it on how much money I'm going to make. We'll have to see. But let's take a look at the marketplace before we do anything. So the missing people is going to affect prices. Oh, we do have armor available. As a matter of fact, because this is damage, it's being sold at quasi a discount. Although these are being upsold quite a bit. So I might want to hold off until we get this town in better relationship status, but I see a potential to upgrade my armor, or at least get the armor back where it was. If it was a gambeson we lost, or if it was padded leather we lost, either way, I think the padded leather not being that much more expensive than the gambeson is the better deal, although you do lose fatigue in using it. Alright, with that being said, I think we're good to go, so I'm going to leave for now. Let's see what the contract is, at the very least. I'm going to go with this 2-skull one first, because it's the least dangerous of the two, although this might give us money. We just got a new man in our squad. I'd like to see some level ups before we make any decisions. So, contract available. A cowl-shaded man hisses at you, his teeth and nose winkling momentarily from the dark of his hood. You've no time for lepers or jokers and demand the man to get out of your way. Instead, he starts talking. My master requires your services. He's heard of your exploits. Follow me and I shall take you to him. You rest your hands on the handle of your sword and nod. I'm all ears. Sigmund of Luton Dock, look at some of his books, perusing what appear to be a good deal of numbers. I got a shipment of particular goods going to Trimfeste, and they're leaving soon. I need a bunch of sturdy swordsmen to help make sure it gets there safely. Are you up for it? What does it pay? Okay, so this sounds like a standard caravan run, possibly. Or it's one of those ones where they give me things and then I go there myself. Trimfeste is, you know, it's a ways away, but it's not a really long distance, so the gold isn't that high. I'm going to ask for more money. He says no. Alright, well, that's still not bad money. 500, 100 up front. I'll accept the offer. That doesn't mean we'll end up somewhere else, so before we go, I am going to go to the marketplace, and I think I am going to buy this armor, so let's go ahead with that. So, yeah. I mean, it is being sold for a little bit more than it's probably worth, but we're not going to be back in this town anytime soon, and this is a good opportunity. So let's go to our men. And who are our high-level guys? So we've got a level 3 guy. Oh, okay, so he's a new man. And our other men are already up armored. So the level 3 guy is the guy we're probably going to give this armor to. And then the Gambeson's going to go back over to this man. And we're right back kind of where we were. Maybe slightly up armored from where we were. I think we only had 2 padded leathers, so we're up to 3 padded leathers. So that's actually slightly improved. Okay, so now that we've got that under control, what is his stamina at? 66. Ooh. When he levels up, I might take that brawny perk if that's what is up for him. It may very well be. Yeah, I think that's a good call. It seems like a very valuable perk considering, you know, how much fatigue all this armor and stuff causes, and armor keeps you alive, so you're gonna want to equip it. Alright, just making sure I didn't miss anything, and the sale of goods. Alright, looks like we're good to go. Let's go ahead and leave. And yep, we are in a trading caravan, so I don't have control over the movement right now. We might as well go fast speed. Oh, we're already on fast speed. Okay. So, we might go through this without getting attacked at all. On the other hand, we may very well get attacked. You never really know with these trade runs. Sometimes there are milk runs where you just get money for not really anything needing to be done. And sometimes you have to fight for it. So far, so good. I'm a little bit worried about these woods, especially as we move through them. Now, there are tracks in front of us. Oh, speaking of brigands. Oh, that's lucky. The company watch came in and saved us. Otherwise, we would have had a fight in the woods. Oh, okay. Looks like we made it through because of that night watch. So that's lucky, I guess. We get our 400 crowns. And they're now well supplied. You've made it, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this kind of thing before. So, crowns well deserved. Okay, so that went pretty well. And it didn't really cost us much of anything. Now, ideally, Adler Walk is where we could get more dogs, if I remember correctly. And I might want to replace the dogs we've lost. I don't know if there's anything in this town for now, for us. I mean, we don't have any contracts that we can do. They're not willing to offer it to us. Weaponsmith, armorer. I mean, we're not going to have good relations in this town. So things are going to probably be sold at a premium. Like, for instance, this padded leather is being sold for quite a bit more than it's worth. And armor is my big obstacle, I feel. That's the thing that we need to upgrade. The difference in fatigue there is worrisome. The heater shield might be okay for Alric, though, because he has brawny and Gunther has brawny. Might be a worthy upgrade. I mean, again, we're paying almost 100 more gold than this is worth, so I don't know how excited I am to spend that kind of money, but it's something that's available. Alright, so we're going to end up leaving. Now the question is, where do we go? We could come back down to Weisenhaus. Weisenhaus likes me, but there's not anything... Out of curiosity, if I go up to Adler Walk, is there something on the map that tells me that they have a supply of dogs? Ore smelters, goat pens. No, nothing really indicates that to me in a way that I know where others may be. But we kind of already tapped out our jobs over here, except for Lutendorf. There was that 3 skull. It's possible if we walk back over here, they'll have jobs again, but it's also possible they'll have nothing. So I think at this point we go down to Weisenhaus and we see what kind of jobs they have to offer. Again, I would like to get more war dogs, but I'm not really sure where other places are that sell them. And as a result, I mean, I know that there are more kennels around. We might want to do a little bit of walking around. We've got Gemmenstein over here, we've got Honau, and we've got Weisenhaus, all in walking distance. Let's go to Weisenhaus. This is a good place where we have allies. We can get things on the cheap. And I don't see a reason why not to walk in the night. We don't have any injuries that need tending to that I'm aware of. Along the road, a man carrying a bucket of tools crosses paths with your company. The roads seem ill-lit to place one man against a company of sellswords, and the stranger appraises the situation correctly by placing his wares down and putting his hands up. You tell him to calm and ask where he is going. He explains that he is a mason from Grafenberg, but that his work there is done. He's only on his way back to his family located on a homestead, a good day's walk from where you stand. Looking rather thirsty and tired, the man asks if maybe he could spend the night with your company to help him rest for the coming walk. This could be a trick, but we're an honorable bunch, so I'm going to say join us at the campfire for tonight. You sit about a fire, much talk is made about this or that, but the traveler does speak some words which reside within your mind after he's gone. You ain't the only mercenary company out here. I'm sure you know that, and I don't mean to sound threatening, but I only wish to tell you something. A couple weeks past, some 2 or 3 companies of men standing like your own met at a crossroads, and apparently the path wasn't big enough for all of them, so they fought. If any survived, it wasn't enough to carry off those who didn't. I like your men. They is good people, but please do be careful out there. Killing raiders and brigands and the gods know what else isn't the only thing you'll be doing. You kill on a market of competitors, sellsword. We'll keep an eye out. All right, interesting. I don't know if that's a sign of things to come. Perhaps in the next mercenary company we'll come across will be less than friendly. Okay, we do have a contract available here, and we also have disappearing villagers. So, as a result, we can expect limited cooperation from the villagers, even though we're on good terms with these guys. At least we should be. I can confirm that. Let's see. Weisenhouse. Yeah, we're allied, so in theory, we should have a good relationship with these guys. All right, well, let's see what the two-skull contract is all about. Bertrand of Weisenhouse has got a few dogs at his feet, all tuckered out with their tongues lolling. They spent the past few days hunting for missing folks. Folks are... Okay, we've had this before, more or less. People are missing. We have to find them. There's some kind of horrible beast. Let's talk pay. 650. We need to be paid more for this. All right, he's paying me slightly more. That's not a bad contract. It's not actually that far off of the 770 we got for our last job. So I accept the offer. Okay, I accept this contract. Okay, so as per normal, usually with these jobs, you have tracks you have to follow. Let's go ahead and follow them. Oh, along the way, you stumble across a corpse in the grass. Ordinarily, the dead aren't that much of a surprise. There are people everywhere, so it's only a matter of time until you see a body here and there. I think we've seen this before. So, a mutilated body, it's some kind of animal. Got it. Keep following the track. Going into the mountains. There we go. Dire wolves. We've encountered these before. Now... I don't think we've encountered them in the mountains before. Let's see if we can get them to chase us a bit. I don't know if they're coming after us or not. If we get them out in the open, that might be good. Okay, looks like they're coming right for me. Alright, well, here we go. Here's a fight. Your scout reports that he has seen the following. Many dire wolves. So there's, what, 8 of them, I think? To arms. I don't think we fought this many before. And in the past when we fought them, we were nowhere near as well armed as we are now. Now we can expect maybe for them to flank us. So I have to be a little bit concerned about that. And it looks like they are amassing possibly to do that. Oh, alright. They're already engaging me. Alright, we've got ourselves a shot, perhaps. 60%, 60%, 60%. Let's just fire into the middle of them. Hey, we didn't hit the target we were aiming for, but we hit something. Do we stick where we are, knowing that they may flank us? That is actually a very tough call, because I actually think it's very realistic that they'll flank us. But what I could do is just have my men march forward and meet them. I mean, that's dangerous, but I still think it's a good call. So I think we just wait for now. And we go with that in mind. So we're going to wait with the men that don't have attacks, but the men that do, we're going to attack. Do we send out our war dog? This man, I believe, is the one that has one. Not sure. Okay, we landed our hit. Might be worth backing up a little bit in case these guys... Now, they might have a lot of movement, so even if I do move back one space, they might still be able to come in and engage me. So actually, staying where I am might be the wiser course. Because in that way, I could maybe defend him a little bit better. But let's just think about this. So, if they wanted to engage me, they'd have to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And they may very well be able to move there. Or 8, 10, 12 to get in here. Again, I don't know what kind of movement speed they have, so they may very well be able to do that. If they move here, though, they wouldn't maybe have any action points left. Although, on the other hand, maybe they won't have any action points here either. So, you know what? I'm going to move, but I may regret that decision. So we're going to wait for that man. This man has an attack, so we'll take it. Okay, good hit. And again, just to be safe, I think we step back one. Okay, so we don't have any shields to chop, so let's just go for attacks. Okay, that wolf is more than likely going to go down, but just to make sure we don't die here, I'm going to put up a shield wall. Okay, I'm going to poke him, drop him, and then... Should I backpedal and shield wall? Because we know that they might flank. So backpedaling and shield wall... No, we couldn't backpedal and shield wall. Do we spear wall instead? Spear wall, I think, is the wiser move. It makes us less defensible, but... I think it's a wise move. So here, shield wall up, and we dive into them. This man's going to be in the most danger, having done that, but... He's going to have backup here as we move. Now, these guys cannot engage me. So I think what we do is we move up. Well, might as well shield wall because it will protect the man next to him. Okay, again. We shield wall. And we move forward. Okay, so this man... We don't know what they're going to do, but just as a precaution, we're spear wall here so they can't try and maybe come over this way. Now we're going to advance with our back line. Those that can. Okay, you're going to step forward and poke. Okay, good work. And you're going to step forward. And do we unleash the war dog or not? I think we'd be patient here. I don't want to waste a war dog yet. We're not in a position where I think we need it, so let's just end the turn. Here comes the flank. Fortunately, we were able to keep him back, keep him back, keep him back, keep him back. He's going to be fleeing. Keep him back. Most valuable spear wall ever. Okay, finally it missed, so we're going to see attacks now. Okay. Ow. Okay, so far so good. Okay. Reload. And we just go for the one that's the best shot chance. I think maybe we go, because we're going to have plenty of pokers down here. I think we go for one of these ones. Good hit. Let's slash at this one. And let's unleash our war dog. Now that they've all gone. Okay, so I'm going to poke at this one. And miss horribly. Okay, so we know we're not going to get flanked now, so it's safe to move here. And we'll take a chop on that one, get it to flee. And poke on that one. Okay, we find ourselves in a good position now. Let's go after the ones that have poor morale, I think. And this one's already at 72% chance to hit anyway. Okay, well that's not good. We want to keep our shield wall up, especially with that man. Okay, let's chop down here. Okay, let's shield wall up just to be on the safe side. Okay. Again, let's go for the one that has poor morale. And shield wall up to be on the safe side. Do our chop. Okay, this one's going to flee now, so there's no reason to hold back. Let's chop again. Okay. So again, going for the one that is... Well, these both have the same morale, so I guess it doesn't really matter which one we go for. Let's go for the one that's a better chance. And miss. Alright. Okay, another fleer. Both of these guys are fleeing, so there's no reason to hold back. Let's take an attack at this one. Down he goes. Okay. Now we know this one's fleeing, so there's no reason to hold back. Okay, so far so good. Okay. So again, we want to go after the ones that have poor morale here. And miss. Okay. There we go, got that one fleeing. Let's move so that other ones can get in position to do good work. I guess we might as well chop with the one that's already fleeing. Okay, good work. Move up. Poke. Okay, and we only have one that is not really in a bad morale situation, so we'll go for that. And miss. Let's step up. And chop. Down you go. Let's step up. So that we put that guy in position to attack. Move up. And shield wall just to be on the safe side. And poke. And shield wall. And slice. Wow. Okay. Shield wall. Let's move up. And poke. Move up. And slash. Wow. Okay. Move up. And wow, this guy's got rock solid morale because he's not really being... Okay. No, my doggy. All right, let's try and finish this one. Wow. Okay. All right, I'm gonna wait because I have opportunities to kind of move. All right, you're just gonna have nothing to do. Let's move here and poke. Move up this way and slash. Move here and chop. Might as well surround. Chop. Chop again. Okay. And shield wall just to be safe. We know it's going to go after the dog, though. Again, I don't know why I was being cautious there. That's going to be that because of the just fatigue. And one more poke. Okay, we're not in position to do anything this turn, so... let's run them down because we can. Poke. Chop. This guy's got 9 lives, huh? Alright, well, we made it out without taking that many injuries. Hartman took some damage, but otherwise pretty good. Loot, we get a bunch of pelts. Not a bad deal. Let's go ahead and leave. Alright, having killed the foul creatures, you begin skinning and scalping them. Gruesome creatures require gruesome evidence. Your employer, Bertwin of Weisenhaus, might not believe your work here otherwise. Okay. Well, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, but we've done our job. It's not that far away from Weisenhaus to come down and get our reward. So, easy contract. No real problems there. I'd happily take more contracts like that. And we only have a little bit of light wounds to deal with. And we have a level up, so that's good. We'll be leveling up Conrad the Cruel. But as I said, this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.